Yes, I have been rather lucky. Um, People have heard that, people who listen, they know. And when they hear that I know Willis Conover, then of course they say encore, s'il vous plaît.
Well, I hope that you'll build on that, Duke, with the doctorate and the presentation from the President of France.
Oh yes, the Legion d'Honneur, and then of course there was the the Columbia University doctorate, and the Wisconsin doctorate, and this year one from Fisk University, and one from Clark University in Atlanta, and then they've been, I've been very, very lucky. The St. John's out in Long Island, Yale, and I forget how many they are, but they're all wonderful. And the Wisconsin follow-up to the presentation of the honorary degree was a week of our concerts, playing a different concert every night, and having lecture demonstrations, clinics, and classes in the afternoon, with which is really a tremendous thing,
Are you impressed by what the young musicians are doing in the schools, the school orchestras these days?
Oh yes, they're wonderful. We have many good musicians coming out, wonderful young musicians. We've got wonderful teachers.
Well, wonderful guests, that helps too.
Sure. Yeah, I've seen some wonderful people there who were guesting.
Well, when you were guesting as a sort of guest instructor, guest lecturer, and so forth, how did you direct your instructions to the student musicians, briefly?
What would I say? I mean, you say what you say to someone who has a talent, is to follow the talent and pursue it, your quest from your own perspective, and apply yourself to it. And that's the main thing about people being drawn away from their natural inclinations in the art. They may sometimes decide upon music, and someone will draw them away from what they really want to do in music, because it may not be the thing that's going to pay off in money or something like that. So that's very bad for the person who's in it.
I know that from time to time, when you have an afternoon off, you will get the musicians and the orchestra and get into a studio and record something that is current in preparation for offers of contracts from recording companies. And I'm just wondering what has been done recently that we might be able to look forward to seeing on record.
Oh, I will always doing something. It's a lot of stuff stacked up in the warehouse and in the library. At the moment, I can't think of what. I know I have couple of African things over there that haven't been released yet. One which had to do with the Chad, and a couple of other things. I forget what they are.
Well, since we happen to be at a piano, could you demonstrate the theme from one of them?
You're a real optimist, aren't you?
Yeah, always believe in being optimistic.
Oh, I'm an optimist, too.
I know.
Well, I'm not really optimistic enough to believe that little Dookie is going to reach back in his head and pull out something.
All right.
I think it was...
What's that called, dear?
Oh, I don't know. What is it called? I don't even know what they... All about things have sort of temporary four-letter words.
Love.
Actually, it's usually an abbreviation of something.
All right, I'll look for the label to find out what the title is going to be.
You better, right?
All right.
Not a chance of getting too much out.
I know you've been working about 25 hours a day since I saw you at the Rainbow Grill a couple of weeks ago, as you do every year, once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
And you have an opera coming, and you have a third sacred concert for Westminster Abbey. And I should be telling you, you tell me.
Well, I mean, the opera, we sort of just about finished up our preparations with that. And now, of course, the new sacred concert, I mean, is one that I've been thinking about, and I have tremendous inspiration for it, but I really haven't done it yet.
But it's in the head and the heart.
Oh, yes, and you have to, well, sacred concerts are always endless, I mean, in their preparation anyway, because you always prepare them right up to the premiere, to the last minute before you ever finish.
I'm delighted to find, Duke, that you've been seating yourself at a typewriter and understand that the results of some of that activity will be published shortly.
At a typewriter, I should say. No. This is almost it was written out longhand. Give it to Stanley Dance, who had to decipher my handwriting.
Is there a title yet for the book?
Music is my mistress.
That's good news.
Yes, well, I mean, it's a fact. It really isn't news. It's always been that way, And it's supposed to be out in November or December, something like that. I don't know.
Well, I recall after your concert with the Symphony of the New World at Philharmonic Hall in Lincoln Center some months ago, we all went over to your sister Ruth's apartment, and for about 6 hours, you were at the piano, and I remember you were playing Birmingham Breakdown.
No, I didn't play that, did I?
Yeah, and you played Dancers in Love.
No kidding.
And Rockin' in Rhythm, and a bunch of things like that. What about for the remainder of this program? Give me titles of records from any era, and we'll fill out the program with records of your choice.
Well, records, let me see now. What would I say? Let's see now, there's one, I forget the names of these things.
Pick out the melody and I'll find the record.
What's the name of that? Huh?
It's from Apropos. Absinthe?
Yeah, but which one is it?
Absinthe? I can't remember.
I forgot. Let's see.
And here's the record.
Another number. What would I like to hear? I can't think of anything. You caught me at a very, very blank time. In between times, at times like this, and being at between times means that you don't have your foot firmly established any one place, nor do you have your other means of resting established any place, or the equipment with which it is enjoyed.
Well, Duke, will you trust my taste to select records by you?
I certainly would,
Right.
because that's what they told me in the Soviet Union. They says, gee, your friend Willis Conover says he really plays your best things, And I said, well, I was very happy to hear it. And they have them there, And they were, because of you, they were very good to me.
I have no comment because I could only try to top you in graciousness, and that is a fruitless endeavor.
Well,
So
I'm just a little honest boy, that's all. Sweet kid, but honest.
all right, Duke, let's play some records, and then we'll come back.
That's for me, okay, baby.
Our thanks for so many things, more than I would have time to elucidate. I should have prepared this, and I didn't. To the man who has brought America to the world by way of its music as created and shaped by him, Duke Ellington.
Thank you very much, Willis. That's awfully gracious of you, and as usual, you are the gracious host, and it's been a complete joy being here with you, and of course, it's been instructive as well. And as we say good evening or good morning or whatever time this is, why, please tell all of your lovely listeners that we do love them madly.
And a happy birthday to Duke Ellington, today, April 29, 1974. This is Willis Conover with Part 1 of Music USA.